Hello, welcome to Worthy Wednesday. I am your host, Corey, and I'm happy to see you. Y'all, this is 2025, the year of everyday miracles. I just want to say that I spent the last 12 minutes trying to get my phone set up properly, which is not a problem for you. It's a problem for me. And then I realized that my daughter had sent me or gave it to me last year a new like tripod thing for this. So I could put my phone up and it will track my movements and I wouldn't even have to set it up. But you know when I thought about that? At 6:12 when I was still trying to get the phone set up. So anyway, I apologize for being late, but welcome to Worthy Wednesday. I hope you have had a great Worthy Wednesday. But this year we're specifically talking about everyday miracles. And tonight, because y'all know I love the dictionary, I said I think it'd be a good way for us to start off this 2025 everyday miracles to talk about what these words actually mean. Now, I was going to talk about everyday in light of it being a what's it called? A compound word, because it's two words put together, right? So a compound word is like, underground. You know what I'm saying? Every day, everywhere, over there, right? Two words put together to make one word, right? And so you would think, honestly, that when you put those two words together, that the definition of those two words as individual words would just make up the composite definition of the compound word. Okay, but that's not true, okay? That's why I love language, and that's why it's important to study it, because then you find out what's really happening. So I'm going to save day for another week, and I'm going to save every for another week. But tonight specifically, I want to talk about every day, because when we think about every day, all you really ever process in your mind is that it's the following day and the next day and tomorrow and yesterday. It's every day of the week that we live from Sunday to Sunday. We don't really think about what it means to do the same thing every single day. We give it words like routine, like this is my routine. I do it the same. I get up at 5:30. I might pray and meditate. I'll take a shower. I'll iron my clothes. I'll make breakfast for my children. I will make breakfast for my husband. And then I just, get my clothes on. We're out the door by 6:45. I drop everybody off by 7:15. I'm at work by 7:30. We think of those things that we do, the everyday mundane, the everyday routine, but I really wanted to help us, and I mean really me, because y'all know I be talking to myself in real life. I wanted us to really understand what everyday means, because when you have to recognize something constantly, it changes how you identify something when it happens, right? So every day, according to the dictionary, is encountered or used routinely or typically, which in my head, when I read that definition, I was like, that makes total sense. Like, because I use every day of the week as the same routine every single day, no matter what day of the week it is. I get up at the same time. I'll have breakfast, get ready, prepare, do whatever I need to do, and keep going. But the last word of that definition for every day was ordinary. And I was like, ordinary? I was like, there's no way that every day can be used or viewed as ordinary. Y'all, I went to the dictionary for ordinary, and it says, of a kind to be expected in the normal order of events. It's the usual. Okay, first of all, pause for that. It is of a kind to be expected. The normal order of events. Isn't it crazy how we define our routine as normal? Like, this is what we do all the time. Why would we do something else? I'm expected to be here at 7:30. I'm expected to show up for my spouse. I'm expected to show up for my kids. It's expected of me. Like, that is why people come. That is why people order. This is why people keep going to the grocery store. This is why people go to shop and get gas at Costco, because we expect it to be the most, or the least expensive price in the city. It is the normal order of events, which means there is no excitement. There is no anticipation. There is no chance of anything happening every day that would be out of the ordinary. Y'all, hold on. The more I thought about this, and the more I think about it now, even hearing myself say it out loud, how many things have I missed because I said Monday is an ordinary day. Tuesday is an ordinary day. Wednesday is an ordinary day. Thursday, ordinary. Every day of my life, I have expected it to be of the normal order of events. I don't have any anticipation. I don't even have an expectation for anything to occur in my life on any given day that is outside what I have come to appreciate, what I have come to live by. Like, and here's what's crazy to me. When I'm saying this is the year of everyday miracles, if every single day of my life, I only expect the same normal order of events, y'all, I don't have space for a miracle because I'm not going to allow anything that would be outside of my expectation to enter. Oh my God, I want to slap myself right now. Y'all, imagine the reason why miracles are so profound and why they are so magnificent is because a miracle happens on an ordinary day. And it's because it was ordained to happen on that day. But that was the only time that I actually recognized it. Okay, because the rest of the days of my life, I expect only the normal order of events. I don't want to encounter anything that I wouldn't typically encounter every other day of my life. Can you imagine living, oh my God, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and never experiencing anything out of your normal sequence of events? Can you imagine every day you get up at the same time, do the same thing, eat the same breakfast? I mean, we have people that have made tons and tons of money of doing those things, right? But what would happen if by chance, I mean, not even if you were intentional about this, but if by chance you decided to expect something outside of the normal order of events, you decided to expect something or encounter something that you typically would not. See, that's the beauty of everyday miracles. When I allow myself on any given day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, repeat, to say something can happen to me today that I wasn't expecting. And let me just pause here. Okay, we know real things happen that we're not expecting. Sometimes life happens, right? We do. Life happens. It could be, I lost my job, I lost my car, I lost my money, whatever, right? Those things happen, and that's not typical. That's not a sequence of a normal event. But I'm talking about the power of miracles, because here's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy about life. You could actually lose your car and it'd be the best thing that happened to you. Like, because you realize that was not exactly the vehicle you should have been in, because it was causing you to be in more debt than you actually wanted to be in, but you made an impulse decision and now you regret making that decision, and now you don't have to worry about that, and they paid it off 100%, and now you're able to actually get something that's way better than that, and it's well within the budget. And that just happened on a regular, ordinary day. But would I recognize that as a miracle if I'm not looking or have an expectation of a miracle that could occur, even if it seems like, how can anything miraculous come out of this tragedy? How can anything good come out of something that at the moment seems so negative? I have learned that every day I have to choose what I'm going to think, what I'm going to believe, what I'm going to say out of my mouth. I have to choose it. Right? So every day, if I'm really looking, and I'm not looking for something to occur that blows my socks off, I am looking every day to experience something out of my normal routine that wakes me up out of a slumber that you fall into because you do the same thing every single day. You don't have any excitement in your life. The most exciting thing is that you wore pink socks instead of blue. Get out of here. You guys, how are we living, especially in 2025, where every single day we still have the ability to get up and go to work and take care of our families? We still have the ability to receive pay from the job that we are currently working at. We still have a government that is somewhat functioning. Thank God for that. Okay. How do we not recognize miracles? Like, isn't it crazy for you to think that the only thing I'm thinking about every single day is doing the same thing over again? That's insanity, which is actually the definition of insanity, where you believe that someone or something will do something different, even though they've proven they're only going to continue to do the thing they did before. Kind of like every day. Every day I'm doing the same thing I've done before, expecting there to be a different result, expecting me to be able to recognize a miracle that could come, or it's standing in front of my face, or someone brings it to me and I don't recognize it because it's outside of the normal order of events in my life. Y'all, that's crazy talk, right? Every single day, what am I doing to recognize miracles? Every day. Am I taking my responsibility seriously and deciding that the only way for me to become exactly who I was placed on the earth to be is to get out of the typical routine, to get out of the expected normalcy of my life? Because honestly, when you break a routine, your perception changes. Your ability to see and to hear and to absorb and to become a part changes. It enhances, it increases, because you've decided that repeating the same pattern every single day, y'all, and I'm going to bring it even closer. I'm going to bring it closer to where we live. Every day you doubt. Every day you don't believe. Every day you curse your life, or curse what's happening, or curse that you wish you were never born into this family. Every day that you spend repeating those same cycles, how on earth do we expect to get out of them? We have set the precedent for that to be our every day. I can't, like, I want to slap myself right now, right? How do I become an everyday miracle if I refuse to break up what I have typically come to be settled with? I've settled in being this way. Like, have you ever recognized that maybe the reason why I don't see a miracle every day is because I've settled not looking for them? I've settled not believing that they could actually occur. And when something grandiose and miraculous occurs, I'm just like, oh, that was just a weird day. Oh, that was just a random day. Was it really? No. I just want us to understand, especially in 2025, y'all, it's time out for that. Every day I need to be experiencing and expanding the routine that has kept me stuck in a rut for years. That's insane. If you really think about, I've done the same thing for 16 years. That's crazy. You mean we've found no other way to be consistent? We've found no other way to develop a new strategy? We're not innovative. We're not creative. No, we are accustomed to the same thing that we've encountered over and over and over again, because not only have we settled, it's comfortable. Okay, like, I want to stop talking now. It's so comfortable that we are willing to continue in that pattern. And what's even more scary, we would pass that pattern on to our children and to our children's children. But what about, isn't it something when you think about the people you see on the internet that are doing, it seems like they're doing crazy things every day, but what they've actually done is recognize that every day is a miracle. And I'm going to live out this miracle that I was given today. Y'all, I just, like, it doesn't mean you stop working. I mean, unless you do something that's great and you create a lot of money. It just means when I go to work every day, I have the ability to experience miracles there. I have the ability to see with new eyes and to hear with new ears and to speak with a mouth that wants to give life to the people that I am encountering, even if they're not doing that for me. I recognize the miracle of us being alive, and I'm going to tell you about it. What would it be like if every day we stopped the ordinary? If every day we stopped being of the kind, of the type of people that only expect this to be, this is all I can be right here. I can't be anything else. I can never reinvent myself. I can never start over. I can never do this. What if every day you stopped that expectation and started believing that you can encounter anything, conquer it, and repeat? Every day I have the opportunity to live. That's a miracle. Why would I only give this much effort on a day that was not promised to me, wasn't promised to you, it's not promised to our children? That's a miracle that I can say I won't expect the normal events of my life today. I'm expecting a miracle every day. Y'all, I don't even know how to explain. Like, if I could really explain it how I really hear it and feel it, it would, I feel like it would be life changing. But every day, I could experience a miracle every day. Or I could just continue in what I've done before, because that's what I've come to expect. That's why I've encountered the things that I've encountered. That's why I've had the life that I've had, because I've only lived every day, but I haven't lived every day as a miracle, because I thought miracles were only for special days or random days, until I recognized that I could expect miracles to be my normal. Holy crap. I, every day, could expect miracles to be my normal. What? You worthy women, you could expect every day to be your normal. Sign me up. That's it. Sign me up. Y'all, I love you. Okay? I can't wait to see you again next week. And I hope for the rest of this week, every day, you expect miracles to be your normal. I'll see you again.